Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Nice. Should we just dive right into it?
Sure.
Get
Why not?
right to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So if you missed our last episode, we touched on fashion from the 80s. And now we're back again to check out fashion of the
90s. Yes. So a little different, right? We're in the 90s, we're late, high school, a little older, and college, and so it's definitely different, where fashion might have been a little different, than it did when you were
Sure. I mean, some of the
old.
kind of playful stuff of elementary school. You're trying to be cooler, in high
Right.
school and everything. So
Yeah, and now it's more expensive.
True.
And stuff. So
Yeah.
I will put a disclaimer out there. I was very anti-fashion as a college guy, and so I didn't participate much in too much fashion. I was like the nonconformist.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. I wanted to be different, but we'll see.
Yeah.
See how many of the list we hit.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, even for me, as in college, I think I had like a couple flannels, couple cardigans, and some baggy pants, and I was trying to be Kurt Cobain. So.
Exactly. Right. I mean, yeah. But I think your brother at least had one of these, and that is, we'll start off with our first item here, our first fashion trend of the 90s.
All right, let's do it. The
Big Johnson t-shirts. Who doesn't remember poker up front and liquor in the back?
Yeah, that was all. I remember being down at the shore, and it was like the get your t-shirts down along the boardwalk and everything.
Yep.
I feel like there was stores dedicated entirely to Big Johnson's t-shirts. Yeah, that was. I would go on record and say that probably my brother had at least one of them.
Oh, totally, right? Yeah.
How about your brother? Do you have one?
I don't think so. No. This is. He was like all metal at this point.
That's true. Scott was pretty into metal too. So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
All my friends had them. I don't know if my parents would have allowed it or not, but I just but everybody I knew had one.
Yeah.
Different one, of course, right?
Yeah. Big variety. Yeah. I don't have any like personal stories about them.
Yeah.
Because
they're funny though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny to read as a 16-year-old, whatever. Yeah.
And it was, I mean, I guess sort of the evolution of that, style of shirts and stuff when we were down at the shore this past summer.
Oh yeah.
Walking by some of the, it's all clothing of there's some graphic or something. And I'm reading some of them and they're all like mocks of real products and stuff like that. And you read it and you're like, oh, wait a second. What? Oh, okay. You got me. I got Greg just there with that little description.
I can just literally see Tim going, talking to himself, walking down the boardwalk, going, "You got me."
Eating my ice cream.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Probably one of the biggest fashion trends of the 90s, which you and I fully partaked. Sure. I started in the 80s.
Yeah.
Carried over to the 90s was, of course,
the flannel shirt.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the Seattle rock scene definitely cemented that for all of us. That pair of jeans or baggy, whatever's, and a flannel shirt couldn't go wrong.
And that was it, right? I mean, that was how to look cool.
Yeah,
yeah. A little goatee, a little beard, some little soul patch.
Yeah, some of us haven't let it go.
Yeah. I'm wondering when just the mustache is going to come back into style.
I feel like some of the like professional ball players and stuff, they try to rock a mustache. It just looks silly. Like
I don't know what. Yeah,
Tom Selleck could pull it off. My dad could pull it off. But some of these young guys, it just looks funny.
I told Helen I was going to do that one time, and she was like, "You better not." I'm like, really?
Yeah. When I shave my beard, like I'll grow a beard sometimes in the winter, and then when I shave it, I will just go down to a mustache, and I'll just walk around, and it's like, very funny. Shave that off.
Shave it off.
There's a lot of descriptions of what I look like, and none of them are good.
But you also had the ability, because I've seen pictures. I mean, you had the long hair.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my hair would go out, not down.
No, I have the stick straight hair. It was down to my shoulders, and I did the whole shave it all around underneath.
Oh, did you do that too?
So then I had the ponytail with the side shaved.
Wow, you went hardcore with that.
I did.
Wow,
I was all in. It's like I should have been in a band, but I wasn't. Yeah.
So yeah,
that was a good look. I still like it.
I mean, it's kind of a fun quote unquote trend where it never really goes away. Like you can totally rock a flannel anytime you want now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's out of style or you'd be wearing bell bottoms, you know, or something like something like that.
Corduroys,
penny loafers. All right, up next, Reeboks.
Yes,
they were pretty popular in the 90s.
Yeah. Now the ones you have, these were more of the like the low top. I remember having a pair of the. I think they were technically like aerobic shoes.
Oh yeah.
They were black and they were high tops, but they had a double Velcro strap up at the ankle. And they were not basketball shoes at all. Like I think they were aerobic shoes. And I had a pair of those. I thought it was the coolest thing.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I had a pair of Reeboks. How about you? Nice. Do you have any?
Like just the one pair of basic, you know, white Reeboks.
Yeah.
I was more of a Nike guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I preferred Nike or Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another footwear item. This was one that I really liked, and I just put it here because I had them for years until they just absolutely just fell apart. They were like, I love them. They were my Wolverine like work boots.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they were a trend or not, but I knew a lot of guys that like had them.
They had a definite minute where everybody, you know, it was either. I had a pair. They were all black, but they were Wolverine black boots. There was the traditional tan.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of continued. You know, like with Timberland.
Timberlands. Yeah.
Is it Timberland? Yeah, Timberlands.
Yeah.
And what is it? Red
Hook? No, that's the brewery.
Yeah. There's another brand that Red Wing.
Oh yes.
They're like turbo like $300-$400 pair of boots.
Yeah.
But they're the like work construction boots, but they're like turbo.
Yeah. And I have to say, like they were. This is what I had. Like this picture is. They could be mine again. Like this could be mine.
Yeah.
They were just tough. I absolutely loved my Wolverines. I was talking. I kind of alluded to it earlier about the facial hair, but we got here Ethan Hawke with the goatee.
Yeah. The sort of thin mustache and the goatee.
Yeah.
Now what's funny is like I still have like it's sort of a narrow, more of like the soul patch thing or whatever, but like in high school even I had the wide. Full chin goatee.
Yeah.
Back then, my facial hair was sort of reddish. It was. It got
Same
out of,
here.
Got out of hand for a while. It was this massive goatee. No mustache though. Just the goatee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. So so you started in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't grow a goatee till I was like 25, 26.
Okay. Yeah.
So definitely a little bit later.
Yeah,
but I just felt like my face just didn't work. But now I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess it kind of works.
Yeah. And this is much later. Like it was before kids, but well out of college and stuff. Lee and I went to the Dominican Republic, and it was a big goatee then.
Yeah.
And the one guy who would come around every day trying to get us to do like ATV rides or whatever, he started calling me Barba. He's like, hey, Barba, which is I guess like beard or whatever.
Okay.
Every day he'd find me in the crowd. Hey, Barba, you want to ride ATVs? I'm like, okay.
So everybody had a goatee at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This was you said this earlier.
Oh yeah.
The Bart Simpson graphic T-shirt. If you missed it, we talked about 80s fashion in the previous episode, but the Simpsons really were kind of late 80s, but mostly the early 90s. So I stuck it here.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we had. I think they were probably knockoffs or something like that, but we had a whole bunch of them.
Oh, totally.
Bart doing all kinds of tricks on his skateboard and everything, and
Cowabunga, dude.
Yep. I think we had one of those. Yeah, they were fun. But I feel like back then it was like you'd get a quadruple X T-shirt. They were like the size of a
massive,
small, sail on a ship. And I was like 85 pounds and I'd have a shirt on for someone that was,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my mom there was like flea markets or something she would go to and they'd have like stacks of them. Like,
I remember going to a flea market with my grandmother. Everything, you could find anything you wanted.
Yeah. That was a couple years, I think, that the Bart Simpson shirts were pretty hot.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were like banned in schools. Couldn't wear them in schools and stuff. So they were controversial, which makes you wonder or just see how far
oh my gosh,
controversies from.
To have HE double hockey sticks on a T-shirt, it was like, whoa.
How rude this child is.
Yeah. How innocent it was.
Yeah. All right, up next. Now, these were mentioned, my wife told me to put these on this list, and her exact words were, "Tim's gonna know what these are." I didn't know by the name of them. I was like, I'm not really sure I know what you're talking. Again, I was not a fashion person, but once I looked up the picture, I was like, oh, I know what these are.
Z Cavariccis.
And there's a nice image.
So I had one pair, and I think I
Helen knew it.
I think I had, it was like a sweatshirt, but not like it was like a classy sweatshirt. You know, it had like, I think it was like embroidered or something like that. It was Z Cavaricci as well.
Oh, snap.
And I would try to cycle those at least once a week, that I had the Z Cavaricci get up.
Yeah.
And I think there were weeks where I'd wear it on Monday, it'd get washed, I'd wear it on Friday. Yeah, for a minute, those were like, I thought I was the coolest thing because I had a pair of, and I think they had like 27 pleats across the front of them. They were horrendous, but in the moment, that was where it was at.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Z Cavaricci.
Very cool.
No, not at all.
So you don't think this style would come back?
I don't know. Maybe if MC Hammer makes a comeback, you know.
That is true. I'm just looking at this image and I'm like, what's the first button for?
Well, that was just it. It was like way too much fabric and overuse of things that were like normal parts of pants. Like a pant with a single pleat, although I wouldn't wear those today. Like it was common.
That was very common, yeah.
So let's put 12 of them on each side of your leg. And then like these, they've got 2 buttons at the top, another button lower on the crotch. Like what's going on here? Now mine were actually a darker color. These are like white, blue. Like those are really bad.
Oh, really?
I mean, now obviously back then,
okay,
maybe that would have been the coolest thing, but I don't know.
It's funny. Wild. This got me thinking of a short-lived, and I guess they're still out there, but I don't know. The button fly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you have a button fly pair?
I have had a few pair of button fly.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
When you really got to go, that's
it's
not really
great. It's not great. Not great at all.
It's not a great thing to have.
Yeah.
Do they still make?
I think you can still find button fly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're if Levi's, like other brands
might make it. Yeah.
But I assume Levi's still has them.
Maybe they'll make a comeback. Up next, another girl one was very, very popular. The scrunchie.
Ah, yes.
How many scrunchies did you take from a girl and just like slingshot it back at them and flirt in the worst possible way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And still, a thing, I think.
I think so, right? I mean, I don't think it's fashionable to put your hair like
side pony.
Side pony, but I think girls still use scrunchies, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like stuck around like flannel.
Yeah. It's classic.
This one I used to make fun of people for wearing.
Okay.
This was the overalls.
Ah, yes.
The Fresh Prince made them pretty popular. I just thought they were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a farmer. Why are you wearing overalls?
Well, Greg, I must admit I did have, a pair, and I did do the Fresh Prince, one clipped, one not clipped.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I fell for a lot of trends there in the I would say junior high years until I kind of settled into a style in high school. So. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so many people had them.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I remember Helen having them in college. People wore overalls all the way out through the 90's. You know, so they were hot for more than a minute.
Yeah.
You think they might be in a box?
I don't know. I'll ask my mom, but who knows?
Now this I loved. My idea of fashion is comfort, comfort, and so this was the cargo pants. Yeah. I will still wear them to this day.
Yeah, I got a pair I was wearing this afternoon. I love an oversized pocket,
right? I'd love 2 oversized pockets.
Yeah. Well, especially with a cell phone. Like if you can have your phone in a side, lower on your leg, and have your regular pockets free. I mean, come on, it's fantastic.
Right? Yeah. I will admit I am dorky enough. I like cargo shorts.
Same thing. Summertime, you need a little extra, Right? Someone comes at you with their phone, or like, I need you to hold this. I don't have my purse. I have no problem. I got 2 pockets right here.
That's exactly it. All right. Now, I did not have these, but I guarantee you that my co-host, Tim, had a pair of Doc Martens.
Yes, indeed. I still have the pair from college.
Really?
They're in the garage right next to where we are recording. They were the Oxblood, which was the sort of like, they were like a dark sort of red color.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
I had the low tops, and then throughout, since then, I've probably had 10 pair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The high, not super high, but like the high top black boots. I actually have a pair that I wear on the regular now. Docs have been part of my brand for a while. So,
And I mean, hugely popular. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. One, we used to call these, and there's not anything, brand specific, but me and my friends called them Jesus Creepers. Just the popularity of like leather sandals.
Yeah.
Like I felt like in the mid 90s, like everybody had, like it was like, I'm cool. I'm kind of a hippie, but I'm not wearing Doc Martens kind of thing, like just like trying to show you're cool and comfort. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like Tevas were sort of, they had a sort of a similar vibe to them, that, casual, but I can run around through the woods if I want to,
Yes, exactly. And my last one on the list, I think a lot of girls really liked plaid in the 90s. Clueless, among other things. I just felt like...
Yeah, I think there was a fair amount of fashion for the ladies that were...
Yeah.
That were plaid. Although I want to say I had a pair of... I think it was a pair of plaid pants.
Okay.
Like in the late... Like maybe my junior or senior year in college, I had this pair of plaid...
I can see that.
Oversized, like wide plaid pants. And I'm sure I was wearing Doc Martens with them, but
kind of going along with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones kind of vibe.
Sort of, yeah. I would go along with that.
Zoot Riot, all that.
Well, that was fun. I mean, I kind of want to dig out those old Doc Martens and throw them on.
I think that's awesome. Yeah. Anything I missed that you can think of? What glaringly struck out on?
I don't know. I mean, I guess there was a period of time in the 90s where I was addicted to J. Crew. And I would get these like the J. Crew, like it was like a crew collar sweater, but it was very boxy.
Okay.
I had all these sweaters from J. Crew. I had like a blue one and a red one and a green one.
Nice.
And it was like I basically opened up the catalog and was like, I'll take one of those. I think it was very much influenced by my girlfriend at the time.
Sure.
She was always, oh, you'd look nice.
You think so? Well, I think I will get that.
And I think I mentioned this before, but structure. I feel like in the 90s, that was like the first time I remember like a dude's, like cool clothes for dudes.
Yeah.
And it was just men's clothing. And I bought a bunch of stuff from there.
Nice. Did you have the credit card?
I think I might have.
Structure credit card.
The structure card. Oh no, my credit card's due. The interest rate is 38%. I better pay it.
I signed up to get 2, buy 1, get 1 free.
Yeah, really. It was just so I could get that second sweater. And now, oh no. Oh my gosh. Talk about a 90s thing. Like every store you would go into, they'd be like, oh, do you want 40% off your purchase? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sign up for this credit card.
Let's play cards. I've got 52 right here. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Anything else you can think of?
No, that was about it. It was a little harder for me for the 90s. I don't know why. I just feel like there were a lot more fun, stupid little things in the 80s than the 90s. And maybe we're just too in college and not really absorbed into that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Well, cool. That was fun.
Fun trip down memory lane.
Yeah, nice.
And if we forgot any fashion of the 90s
that's
that
right.
you're angry at us for missing, dear listeners, you can email us at...
That's right. dads@latchkeydads.com.
And we'll gladly respond or discuss over the next episode.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Cool.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
I just figured why not use this platform for a shameless plug.
Sounds great.
All right, cool. So my son, Michael, who goes to Lehigh University, is in their production of Into the Woods.
Nice.
Pretty famous Broadway musical by Stephen Sondheim and James Lapine.
Only one I've ever seen.
Right? Yeah. I mean, not to be confused with any other Into the Woods. Anyway, so he's got a pretty big part, and he's The show starts on Friday, April 10th, and runs through Saturday, April 18th.
Nice.
So you can look on the weekends. Into the Woods, all shows in the Diamond Theater at Zellner Arts Center, and tickets can be purchased online on the Zellner Arts Center website. Into the Woods, starring Michael Zaleski.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Nice. Can't get enough Latch-Key Dad content? Well, check out latchkeydads.com.
That's right, Greg. On our website, we've got a plethora of photos from each episode, as well as other interesting links to content that we talk about on the show.
Yeah, Tim, I really enjoy all the pictures that you put up there, as they really bring the episode home.
Yeah, I guess I'm not afraid to show those embarrassing photos of my childhood. So, we encourage you to check out the website, latchkeydads.com, for all that content.
Excellent. And if you have a moment, check out our shop page where we've got really cool keychains for sale. If you don't know what to get your dad for Christmas, the holidays, Father's Day, birthday, check it out. It's a cool gift. Tim, did you know that listeners should like, review, and subscribe to the Latch-Key Dads podcast?
No. But now I know.
Knowing
is half the battle.